All right, we're live. Hello and welcome to Unnecessary Tacklecast Live. It is the live stream that is a 58 skill level, but it's 100 in our hearts. Thank you guys for joining us for our first ever live edition of the podcast. We are doing this live for a special occasion, and it's going to be crazy. And if you're joining us, we're really happy to have you. We're really happy to hang out for you in what will be one of the biggest night in football ever. So if you're wondering what's going on, AFC Wimbledon, the 4th Division English football club, owned by their fans, sponsored by Nerdfighteria, is at home in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. One of the oldest cup tournaments in football. They have never gotten this far, so it's a big deal. And they are at home to Liverpool Football Club. And mighty Liverpool, who has won this tournament 7 times, as well as like 18 league titles and 5 European Cups and a couple Super Bowls. I don't know. They've won a bunch of stuff. So having them
Super Bowls.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard versus whatever that quarterback guy. I don't know. I don't follow American football anymore. Whatever. So this is a big deal. Having a club of Liverpool size come to tiny Kings Meadow Stadium is really huge, and so we wanted to do a live edition of the podcast. If you don't know who we are, we should probably introduce ourselves. I'm James. I'm one of the co-hosts of Unnecessary Tacklecast, and
I'm Melissa. Hi.
Hi. We host a podcast called Unnecessary Tacklecast. There should be a link in the doobly-doo. There might not be. We're really sorry. But if you Google Unnecessary Tacklecast, you should be able to find us, or go to nerdfighterfc.tumblr.com, and you'll be able to find us. There will be, pardon me. You'll be able to find some of our podcasts. But if you've listened to our podcast before, you kind of know what's going on. Oh, sorry if I'm being distracted. They're currently doing the 4th round of the FA Cup draw before the game. The balls are being emptied out by Laurie Sanchez, who headed the goal that won the FA Cup for Wimbledon FC against Liverpool. There's a lot of history behind this list. Yeah. So this is kind of a big deal. Anyway, so if you've listened to Unnecessary Tacklecast before, you probably know what to expect. There's a lot of talk about football and Nerdfighteria and culture and literature and stuff, and there's a lot of sass, so much sass. It gets really silly and really ridiculous, and we talk about beards a lot, and it's great.
Too many beards.
All right, I take exception to that. I don't believe there's such a thing as too many beards.
Well.
I know you are, quote, reserving judgment, but anyway, so if you're familiar with the show, you kind of know what to expect. However, you should be aware of a couple things. For one thing, we do a lot of editing to make us not sound completely ridiculous, and we cut out a lot of our discourse particles, a lot of uhs and ums and likes and knows, and I cut out a lot of that stuff, and I cut out a lot of me blathering on about whatever, and so we don't have that luxury on the live stream, so you're catching us in our pure, unfiltered form, and I can't say it's particularly
professional.
So this is going to be a decisively less polished product than our usual episodes of the podcast. So just want to make you guys aware. Also, for the podcast, I tend to either cut or bleep swear words, and we're not going to be able to do that today. We can't even really.
You have to be better.
Well, the thing is, we can't even really promise that we will be on our best behavior because we're talking about football.
Yes.
So I mean, John Green can't control himself, so I don't know how we can expect it. So if you're turned off by bad language, this might not be for you. Is basically what I'm saying. So if you want to go do something else or listen to someone else, I will understand, and I'm sure Mel will understand too. But you should be aware. I remember in Rocky Horror they used to give a similar kind of disclaimer. they would do a countdown. So if you're bothered by foul language or men in drag or whatever, you have 10 seconds to get out, and there would be like a countdown, a really loud countdown from 10, 9, 8, whatever. They would get down to 0, and they would be like, if you're still here and you're easily offended, fuck you.
Oh,
like that. But the point is, it's going to get a little lewd because it's football, and it's sort of the point. We're hanging out watching sports together. It's kind of what we're going for. Oh, and then just another caveat: we are not showing the game on this live stream. We are just hanging out on the internet, and I have a TV in front of me. Mel has some kind of window in front of her. So we're going to be watching the game, but basically you're just going to be watching our faces and listening to our sass. So
you might want to find another stream.
Right,
and then, put us side by side.
Yeah. Or have it on TV or something. Have the game on the TV and then us on your computer or something like that. But if you're doing enough to some surreptitious way to watch the game, I've got some bad news for you. We can't do that. We won't do that because we don't want to. We love both of these teams, but not enough to go to jail over. There's some things I am willing to go to jail for. This is not one of them.
What channel is it being shown on the actual TV? I know it's Fox, right?
In the United States, it's being shown on Fox Sports 1. In the UK, it's being shown on BBC One. Outside of that, you can probably find it somewhere. They probably have a listing of where you can watch it in your particular country. Google is your friend. I tried to do this before. I tried to look it up before we started, but I didn't have enough time. But yeah, so basically most of our audience is either in the UK or in the US. So if you're in the UK and you're not at the game, switch on BBC One. And if you're in the US, look up Fox Sports 1. And if you don't have Fox Sports 1 at home, and a lot of cable companies don't carry that channel, get you to a pub now. Or,
run fast like a bunny.
There are ways to find it online. I don't recommend them because such things are legally dubious. So, I mean, I am certainly not advocating watching the game illegally. I'm just pointing out that is possible, and there are probably streams out there.
Yeah, and I will be streaming it on the internet, so I may react, you guys, a little slower than you may know something has happened 60 seconds before I do.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to. Yeah, I've got it on TV, so I'm going to get it on less of a delay than you. So I'm going to try to contain myself so that I don't spoil.
Rosie just sent me a message that says the FA has a YouTube live stream.
Of the game or the draw? Because they put the fourth round draw on YouTube, but I don't know if they're putting the game on YouTube.
I don't know, but it's something you could investigate theoretically.
It's true. Oh, by the way, the draw just happened, and whoever wins this game, Wimbledon or Liverpool, they will be at home to Bolton Wanderers in the next round.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Still a challenge if it's AFC Wimbledon. More likely it's going to be Liverpool, and they'll take him apart. Because Steven Gerrard is starting today, so that's interesting.
I know, I did see that, and I was so excited to see that because I know everybody's like, we should, maybe rest him. But I feel like if you are a team from a lower league and you get drawn against a Premier League team, don't you want to play with those players? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and realistically, he's going to be able to beat Barry Fuller for speed, even at his advanced age. It's nothing against Barry Fuller. It's just, gap in quality. The gap in quality is pretty noticeable. I mean, I love obviously I love AFC Wimbledon. They are my heart and they are my hustle. But Liverpool is just chock full of internationals, and they were runners-up in the Premier League last season. It's just the gap in quality is just, and they're starting a lot of their normal first-team player. They didn't just stock it full of academy kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They have a couple of academy kids on their bench, but they also have Mario Balotelli on their bench. Also notable, Steven Gerrard is playing up front as on the left side of a front three, and it looks like he's taking the position that Adam Lallana would usually play. Adam Lallana, who it just came out today, is out for a month because of a strained calf muscle. So
Indeed.
that's tough. So for us nerd fighters, we will not be able to see French Lallana today. So
that's very sad. I was hoping we would, but
it is very sad. Yes,
it just would have been so meta.
I know, right? So we're about 8, maybe 10 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to be really talky before kickoff, and then we're going to be really talky during halftime, and then for a little bit of post game reaction. During the game itself, we might get a little quiet. Just giving you a heads up. This is pretty. If you watch like the live streams that Kick TV puts on during Champions League games, it's kind of the same thing. Well, we might react to goals, but there might be little bits of banter here. But for the most part, this is something you can have on in the background probably while you're watching the game, and you won't get that distracted. So, they're showing the pitch. Oh God, so magical. I always say like I wish I could be at the game, even if it's just like a regular home game against Hartlepool or whatever. But today, it's really bad. I really wish I could be there today.
Yeah, me too.
There was a great photo of John outside the gate that says Kings Meadow. It's like a wrought iron arch thing, and he's holding up one of those half and half scarves.
Did they make the half and half scarves?
I guess so. Yeah.
I've got somebody scouting them. They weren't sure if they were going to have them or not.
Yeah. They did, apparently there was at least one because John had it. So, but hold on. Give me, Mel. Could you take the race for a second so I can post some stuff on social media?
Sure. So, I guess this is probably as good a time as any to broach the topic that we are nigh on to kickoff, and I still don't know who I want to win this match. For those of you who don't know, Liverpool is, I've loved them for a long time, huge supporter of theirs. When they first did the draw, I was so upset, and I actually tweeted out, I said, it's as if you're choosing between the team that you love, and then with Wimbledon, we've done so much with them, with Nerdfighteria. It's like they are my second team. They're the sweet team that I have sworn to protect here, in a way. So I'm just very torn, and I don't know what to do. And I might not know until halftime. I might not know. I'll tell you when I'll probably know. Whenever somebody scores the first goal, if I'm happy or sad, that is when I will know who I really want to win this. I am wearing a Liverpool shirt. I've got my Liverpool scarf somewhere around here too today. But that's really only because I don't own anything Wimbledon yet. I do have a scarf on the way in the mail, but a little harder to come by in the States. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Oh my God!
I'm very, very torn.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. They're doing a camera in Wimbledon's dressing room, and I just saw a Wimbledon player's butt. I just saw a wobble butt. Oh my goodness!
We know how much you like that.
All right. Well, my day's made. I'm good. I am good.
You're terrible.
Oh, please. Like, you wouldn't do the same thing. Like, you wouldn't do the same thing. Oh, look at that. Steven Gerrard and Barry Fuller side by side in that cramped little tunnel. James Shea next to Simon Mignolet. God, my heart. My heart.
I love looking at the kids that they line up with, too. It's adorable.
I know, right? Oh. Hold on. I'm still doing social media thing. I should mention, too, I am also, I'm in the same position that Mel and John Green are in. I am a Wimbledon fan, and I'm also a Liverpool fan. I'm slightly less conflicted about this than I think you are. I will be happy and heartbroken regardless of the result, because it means that one of them won and one of them lost. But I feel like a win for Wimbledon is more meaningful than a loss is for Liverpool. So with that in mind, I think I would be happier with a Wimbledon win. If Liverpool win, they're just doing what's expected of them. If Wimbledon win, it is like the biggest moment in their history.
But I might agree with you in that if it weren't for the fact that Gerrard's already announced he's retiring at the end of the season, and that makes it harder again. That makes it more difficult for me.
Oh yeah, I am not going to. I will completely agree that makes things a lot more complicated, and I really want Liverpool to win silverware before he leaves for MLS or wherever, or Qatar, or wherever he ends up going. And this is one of the best ways to get that silverware. And so on that level, I don't know, man. This is hard.
So just so you're aware where we're at, they're walking out on the pitch on my stream right now.
Yeah, they've cut to commercial, and they had already come out, and I think we're a couple of seconds away from kickoff. So we're gonna get a little quiet probably in the next couple minutes.
It's so cool to see Cherry Records Stadium.
I know,
but I feel like I've spent so much time with it, especially I did a marker drawing at one point of it. So I feel like I've spent so much time with it, but I've never been there. But this is only the second time I've actually seen it on TV. So that's really cool to me.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, even though we're getting a little quiet, feel free to get in touch with us while the game's going on. You can leave a comment in the comment section for this video. We're also on Twitter. I'm at Thaumatropia, and Mel is at Under Bootsoles or Under Your Bootsoles. I forget. Hold on, let me make absolutely sure I know what you're at Under Bootsoles. Yes,
it is at Under Bootsoles.
Yes, and I'm at Thaumatropia, so feel free to get at us. And to answer Rosie's question, I am totally in favor of wobble butt being a thing right now. Yes. I mean, for me, it was never necessarily not a thing. Like, there was always the potential for it to be a thing. But now I think it's hard to deny that it's a thing. All the beast out of Biotic Fenwa, so glistening with sweat and joy. Brendan Rodgers and Neil Ardley sharing a touchline. I'm really emotional. I'm really glad I'm recording this game because I'm gonna want to have to. No, you are fine. I usually delete soccer games as soon as they're off my DVR as soon as they're done recording. I've saved one, and that was the one you and I went to over the summer. That was Liverpool versus Olympiacos in a friendly at Soldier Field in Chicago.
Nice.
I'm probably going to keep this one. According to Twitter, they have kicked off. According to my television, they have kicked off.
According to my stream, they are still flipping a coin.
Okay. Yeah, wow, you are way behind. So I'm going to have to be really careful about spoilers.
Oh, you're not going to be able to help much.
I know, but I'm going to try.
That's sweet of you.
God, this
is all. I don't have Fox Sports on TV. Otherwise, I'd do it that way. Sorry, guys.
I know you're watching, so you're probably Well, I'm not gonna ask you questions about how you're watching it because I don't want to incriminate you.
It's on the up and up. No worries. It's all legit.
All right.
It's just slow. All live streams are slow, no matter how legit they are.
For sure.
Kick off.
Oh, I don't know if I mentioned. I got over the holidays. I got FIFA 15.
Oh, cool. Hey, you. By the way, you might hear me squawking at the screen when it buffers, like it just did.
What's up?
When it buffers the computer. You know, when you get that circular thing. Sometimes I yell at the computer when it buffers.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but I got FIFA 15 over the holidays.
It's pretty exciting.
So I played against AFC Wimbledon again in manager mode, and this version has DFTBA on their shorts.
Nice. You can see it and everything.
Oh yeah, it is visible.
Oh, that is awesome. I love
it. And also this team has Adebayo Akindele.
It's so weird to see Gerrard playing at Cherry Red Record Stadium, isn't it?
I know, and all of like it's weird seeing Coutinho. It's Ricky Lambert.
And Kio's on the ground.
Lazar Markovic with his beautiful hair.
Gosh, that pitch is like.
What's up?
It is small. It is almost as small as the high school football field where the Cincinnati Saints and the Lady Saints play.
And probably about as patchy. I mean, obviously, it's not nearly as fancy as the one in Anfield.
That is really. Ooh.
Wobble butt! There's a picture of. Okay, Mel, go check out Men in Blazers' Twitter. Wobble butt.
I'll check it out. I gotta do some social media stuff here too. Oh, there it is.
Wobble butt. I wish I knew who that was. Inquiring minds want to know.
There's gonna be great speculation about that.
Hi, Clock.
Hello, Clock. Oh man, you guys are gonna be introduced to the full glory of the Clock, aren't you?
Yeah, our unspoken third member of the podcast. And by unspoken, I mean I usually cut most of it out. Like sometimes you hear it every now and then in the final product. But Clock, Carriage Clock, is our unofficial third member.
Oh, that's the coffin clock. The carriage clock is over on the mantle. It's not. I don't think it's going to go off today. I don't think it's been wound recently.
Yeah, it has a lot going on, you know.
Oh, it sounds like the DFTBA Indy office went to a sports bar to watch the match.
I saw. Well, I mean, the boss is out of the office, so you know.
Yeah.
It's a little indisposed. Yeah, so John Green is at Kingsmeadow today watching the game, hanging out with Wimbledon and Liverpool players, because apparently I wasn't jealous enough of his life before.
I
Now,
didn't. I thought I tweeted the thing. Did I not tweet the thing?
you do not tweet a thing as far as I can tell.
Oh, there it is.
Excellent. Egg salad. Egg salad. Okay, so it sounds like the commentator is John Champion. I was kind of hoping it would be Martin Tyler. Martin Tyler, the famous. What was I saying? You still there?
So, I really want one of those half and half scarves. And I've got a couple of people looking for them, but they both said that they didn't like those kinds of scarves. They were against them, which I'd never heard anybody say before.
I have heard that.
But I guess I can understand it. And I can especially understand it coming from Wimbledon, because they do have a history that some people acknowledge and some people don't, as Wimbledon FC. I don't know why anybody would make a big deal about that, as far as denying that, but they've got that there. It's one thing to make a friendship scarf when you're at a tiny club and a giant club and you want to remember that moment, but it's another when they view AFC Wimbledon views this as a bit of a grudge match. They remember when Wimbledon FC, as Wimbledon FC, they beat Liverpool in the FA Cup final. And so I can see not wanting to be condescended to, as it were.
Yeah, for sure. And
that said, I don't see anything wrong with a friendship scarf. I like them. I want one.
I'm pretty ambiguous, and I also I tend to not. I wouldn't get one for myself if not because I don't feel a particular need to have one, and I also don't feel like getting crap from people for having one, because I get enough people telling me I'm a fake football fan. I don't need to feel that particular fire. I know it's stupid that to not do something for fear of criticism, but sometimes you just can't be bothered. Oh, it's Caleb Kennedy! Caleb Kennedy with a decent haircut, actually. And a bit of scruff. A bit of scruff. So real world Kennedy. Oh, crap! Ha! Ha! AFC
why did it buffer right when
scored? Sorry, that thing I said I was gonna try not to do. I just did that.
No. Yeah, I know you wouldn't be able to stick to it.
Okay, I'm good. Okay.
Here we go.
That was Sean Rigg, I think, who is now part of the Wimbly Wobblies. Yeah, let's talk about who from the Wimbly Wobblies is on this particular team. Callum Kennedy is in the team today. George Frankham is playing out wide.
He's a doctor, not a monster.
It's true. Sammy Moore is in midfield. He was an early Wimbly Wombly. He left. You would know him as Some Moore. Let's see. Trying to think who else. Trying to think of who else is in the team but isn't necessarily playing right now. I don't know. Oh, Alan Bennett is still with the club, but I don't know if I can't remember offhand if he's in the game day 18 today. Wimbly Wombly fans would know him as A. Lizzie Bennett. He's current club captain. He's a 30-something central defender from. He's been bouncing around League Two for a while. He's a Republic of Ireland international. And yeah, so he's still with the club. God, this is so good. Wimbledon are really. I'm not giving away anything right now, but Wimbledon are really taking it to Liverpool. Like Liverpool is hanging in there, but they're definitely on the back foot a bit. It was scrappy. Well, oh my god.
You're terrible at this. I'd love to play poker with you.
Well, yeah, you would. There's it's not a goal, it's a tackle. John Green just tweeted out, Wimbledon just almost scored. I peed myself. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and read all of these tweets. God, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, there's so much going on. I need an assistant. Does anyone out there want to be my personal assistant? Oh, but speaking of, I wanted to respond to someone who left a comment in the video to YouTube user JM Thought. We do have scarves incoming. I just got the shipping confirmation number for mine today. It wasn't going to be here in time for the game, but I did get a scarf pretty soon after it came back in stock at DFTBA Records. So I should have it this week. Obviously, it doesn't do me good today, but I will have it. Hopefully by their next league game this Saturday. I forget who they're playing against. I think they're playing. Oh.
Every time you make that kind of noise, I'm just like on edge for the next 60 seconds. You could do it when absolutely nothing was happening if you just wanted to like keep me really keyed up.
Right. I just go quiet. Either way, there's no way I can not cue you in to what's going on.
Oh, it's buffering. Why is it buffering?
What?
My computer is buffering. You know that thing it does when it freezes?
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know.
Yeah, and it always does it when somebody's like, one on one on a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Or right before a corner kick is another classic time. It'll just freeze up.
Right.
He is a thing of beauty to watch run, isn't he? Akinfenwa.
It's true. So have you at least seen the tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I ooh-ah'd about. Akinfenwa and Lucas got into, went for a 50-50 ball, and Akinfenwa laid Lucas out flat, and that is not an easy thing to do.
Unstoppable force and an immovable object.
Yep, actually. In this case, the immovable object won.
There's a terrific Minute Physics video about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. I'm not as into Minute Physics as I should be. I should fix that. Oh, man, you are behind.
They're singing a song that used to end in Luis Suarez. Oh my gosh!
I know! That's it! So, for those of you on the line who are watching who are just catching up, Steven Gerrard just scored a beautiful volley goal to put Liverpool ahead of Wimbledon 1-0.
And now I know who I want to win this match. I'm so sorry, Wimbledon.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Although if Liverpool is good at anything this season, it's blowing uncomfortable leads. Oh, hey, we have someone from Germany on the watching us. Hi, hello, YouTube user Clone Talk.
Oh, cool.
According to Rosiana Rojas, she said that John just turned to his wife Sarah and said that is literally Steven Gerrard.
It's weird when you see them in person. Like,
Yeah,
it's weird.
being like as close to Steven Gerrard as I was at Soldier Field, that was intense. Not gonna lie. Some Wimbledon Wobbly fan just tweeted 1-0 down to 2-1 up. That's the way we win the cup. I love Wimbledon Wobbly fans. You guys are great.
I'm not even looking at the comments. Isn't that bad?
A little bit. You are a bad person. You are a terrible person who does terrible things and is also terrible. So, you know, just throwing it out there. Hi, Clock.
Hi, Clock. That was a late addition. My clock likes to chime like just 1 or 2 chimes, and then 15 minutes later give you the last one, or the rest, depending on what time it is.
Your clock is strong and independent. It doesn't need no people. Your clock is a rugged individualist.
My clock is a feminist. She's not going to let anybody tell her what to do, including the clockmaker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's
going on with that.
We need to fix it, is the situation.
Yeah. So oh, the Frankenbeard! The Frankenbeard! The Frankenbeard has made a return. We talked about the Frankenbeard last season. It is back. It is beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Oh,
listen to those beautiful away supporters.
Oh. And those home supporters.
Listen to all of the supporters.
I know,
Gosh,
right?
I wish you were there. Man, that pitch is looking kind of ragged. And that is not to be insulting. I know that their partners who keep up the pitch have been working really, really hard on it. Kudos to you all. I think it just rained there a lot.
Yeah. There's only so much they can do with it. Hopefully they'll have more options for maintaining the pitch during when they move into the new stadium. It's Hayden! It's Hayden the Wobble! Oh, this is so beautiful.
You guys are going to find out how much I eat.
Men in Blazers just tweeted.
Podcasts.
Right. MLS Men in Blazers.
It's constant.
Men in Blazers just tweeted, "Dear MLS, please sign Adebayo Akinfenwa. He does not need a DP contract, just pies." Well, that's the thing. People like say because he's big that it also means he's fat. Like Adebayo Akinfenwa is a big dude, but like it's all muscle mass. You know, he's not big because he's fat. He's big because he deadlifts. Dude is built like a NFL linebacker. It's crazy. That said, I would love to see Akinfenwa in MLS, preferably played for the Chicago Fire. Holy crap, that would be incredible. Oh, cool! Someone just tweeted, Jonathan Martin. JM Thought on YouTube, just tweeted us his setup. He's got 3 screens going, one with the team, one with the game, one with us, and then Twitter. Hi, Jonathan.
Oh, he's got a scarf.
Hey, Jonathan, glad you could join us. We're happy to hang out.
That's very nice. Impressive setup there. Impressive.
Yeah, for sure. God, I'm sorry. I just cannot get over Lazar Markovic's hair.
He's got great hair.
I mean, yeah, I have a thing. Like, I have a thing with beards. Don't get me wrong. But, you know.
You're a mixed discord fan, too, aren't you? Fan of the hair.
Like, I see him on the pitch, and you know in movies they have when you see someone and then like it slows down and then that one song plays in the background. Just one look, and I felt so hot in love. It's like that. It is exactly like that. Are you giving me resting bitch face yet? Yep, you are giving me resting bitch face. Took a while.
I am? What did I do?
You gave me resting bitch face.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I was typing.
No.
Sometimes that's why it's a resting bitch face, is because I'm just concentrating on something.
Do you have an active bitch face too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, you do. I've gotten it before.
You've gotten it before. Yeah, that stadium is about the size of a high school football stadium. Yeah, probably about the same size. Where this is Saints play, but their bleachers are much closer to the pitch.
Just like in Northern England, where the sky's a lot closer to the ground.
Yeah, you know, honestly, the seats at the Columbus Crew Stadium are not too much further from the pitch than that. They're a little bit further, but not by much.
Mm-hmm.
They're really close. That's why we like it. Play no frills. We will yell at you. The sound will echo on the cinder block and deafen you. Very no frills.
Exactly. And this is definitely no frills football right here. And that's true of a lot of League Two, both in terms of stadium and in terms of style of play. League Two is very direct and very Route One, very physical.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm gonna go there someday. It'll be so cool. I'm gonna take a football trip to England. I'll hit Wimbledon. I'll hit Anfield.
Mm-hmm.
Go to a bunch of museums in between.
They're crowd surfing a wobble. I know because I can hear the song. They're singing "Crowd surf a wobble." We're gonna crowd surf a wobble.
Yep. So what they always say before they do it. I think they did that the time Rosie went there too. By Rosie, I mean Rosianna, not Rosie Valdez. Our other Rosie. I guess we got there's our Rosie and there's John's Rosie. Not that I like to assign Rosie's possessors, but just to differentiate.
We're implying association, not ownership.
Yes.
In the same way that like this is my country or this is my neighborhood. I'm not expressing ownership. I'm
Yeah.
expressing
Or
bonds of affection and mutual obligation.
yes. It is funny that we each have a Rosie.
It's true. A Rosie in every garden. Oh, people are posting photos of it. Oh, they did it. They crowd surfed a Womble.
Nice. Can you imagine how happy our friends at WDON are right now?
I know.
Jeff tweeted earlier today. He said it's amazing to like be announcing a game where those kinds of players are playing, and he knew that it would happen eventually because Wimbledon just keep going up and up, and they're going to make it. They're going to make it back to the Premier League eventually. But he didn't expect it to be this soon. So that's a really it's a sweet moment for them, and
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very happy that they're able to enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder if Lex is there too with Rosianna.
She is. She did
She's
tweet.
tweeting as well.
Yeah, I think it was like a big outing sort of thing.
Oh man, I wish I could be there. It'd be so cool.
Hmm. One day. I mean, it'll probably not happen, but I would have liked to have gone to see Wimbledon while they're still at Kings Meadow, because in a few years they're probably going to be at New Plough Lane or whatever they end up calling it. So just to give an update, I'm in the 27th minute, and I think Mel is a little behind me.
5th or 26th, I would say.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell on this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Holy cow! I think it says 23rd.
Yeah, so you're a couple minutes behind. But we're still at 1-0 to Liverpool.
For the record, I am not eating stroopwafel today. I tried to get some, but they were out. I'm
Yeah.
eating chocolate-covered Ritz crackers.
I had coffee and cereal earlier. I don't have anything with me to non during the live stream because I didn't want to be obnoxious about it. I had water, but that's it.
Somebody tweeted that Balotelli is getting booed by Wimbledon fans.
Mm-hmm.
That's their right.
We just got a comment on Twitter. Only thing this setup is missing is pizza and a better scoreline. The scoreline is a bit contentious, as we talked about in a bit, but I think we could both agree on pizza.
Pizza's always good.
My goodness. Pizza is always the answer. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a lot of stuff happening and I can't talk about it because Belle's like 10 minutes behind me. This is some end-to-end stuff. Like, I'm not giving anything away, but even though Liverpool has a lead, it's not a particularly. They're not particularly secure, and it's Wimbledon is not rolling over at all. David, who is at Chudley Cannons on Twitter, just said their keeper looks afraid. Good, he should be.
Is he referring to Mignolet?
Yeah, because he's our keeper, our Belgian keeper. He's Simon.
He
Mignolet.
is, but he's afraid of everything right now, so he might not want to take that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, don't take that too seriously.
Rosie just tweeted out, #1 on bucket list, crowd surf a Womble. I'm with you there. With you there, Rosie. I, too, want to crowd surf a Womble.
Absolutely.
Mm. The different, I have, this isn't necessarily a spoiler, but the difference in in demeanor between Neil Ardley and Brendan Rodgers is very, very stark. So Neil Ardley is completely losing his shit.
Yeah.
Gesticulating wildly, like, come on there!
Crazy.
And Brendan Rodgers is just standing there, calm and cool, like the other side of the pillow. Surveying the battlefield, sort of, just really, really chill about it. It's very, very interesting. I love both of these managers, and I love them for entirely different reasons. Like Neil Ardley is he's a madman. He's a Cockney madman, and I love him for it. And then Brendan Rodgers is just the cold tactician type. I like it. I like it. I think I feel like Jurgen Klopp is sort of a synthesis of the two. Did you just see the handful of corner kicks where Wimbledon almost scored?
I just saw. Yeah.
Yeah, like Mignolet had to get pretty heroic there. Oh, Stan Muller is at the pub too.
Yelling. Good. You should yell. He really had to jump to get a hand on that.
Mm-hmm. So I have to say, very, very way back in the beginning of the season, when they revealed the new AFC Wimbledon kit, I was like, yeah, I'm not totally sold on. I remember
this.
I'm not totally sold on the kit, but it'll probably, I'll probably grow into it. I'll learn to love it. I have come to learn to love the shirts. I actually really do like the kit now, and I think when I have disposable income again in like a month or two, I might get one. I might get it as a birthday present to myself. My birthday is in early March, so by then I should have enough money to get one.
I like pinstripes.
Mm-hmm. Also, one notable thing about AFC Wimbledon shirts is they actually come in my size. My shirt size is like a 3XL, and I could never find most football shirts that are offered in 3XL. But AFC Wimbledon does sell some of their kit shirts in 3XL, so that's really cool. Although, come to think of it, I may have to make sure that it's not like they mean like a UK 3XL, which is like might be a US 1XL or something. I don't know. So I'll have to double check to make sure that about the shirt sizes. But from what I understand, they have shirts that'll actually fit me. Because not gonna lie, bit of a fatty here.
I'm really concerned about my coughing clock. We should have gotten a chime a minute ago or thereabouts, and instead we just got it sort of like setting like it's about to.
Maybe maybe the clock is watching the game too. Maybe it's just
Too excited
despairing
to pay attention to.
Yeah, or maybe it's just really tired. It had a rough holiday season. I don't blame it. So the Chicago LFC supporters Twitter just tweeted out, our defense summed up perfectly there. Long goal kick from their keeper. About 4 red shirts try to get it. None do. Nearly a goal. Also on Twitter, apparently when Alexi Lawless joins Fox Sports 1, all hell breaks loose and we see naked asses on daytime sports TV. Yes! I blame / credit Alexi Lawless for the advent of Wobble Butt. I mean, it's as good an explanation as anything else, right?
Honestly, it really kind of is. I don't.
Okay. I'm good.
Like, I don't know how they got away with showing that at all.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just a butt. And it was an unplanned butt. Pay. Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a fine from the whatever.
What does the clock say on your feed?
32.
Okay.
You gotta stop doing that, man.
I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry. I mean, obviously, this would have been a lot better if we were in the same room, but, we have to coordinate across several hundred miles.
Several hundred miles, a time zone. Oh, okay. So Matt Tubbs missed a chance, and now it's just buffering and buffering and buffering, and.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good hair too.
He does. He's a little older, but I mean, not to take away from Adebayo Akinfenwa's beautiful bald head.
No.
All right. I think we should take this moment to do a little bit of comparison. Who is the better baldy? Bald John Green or Adebayo Akinfenwa?
Bald John Green, clearly. No offense.
I mean, normally I would agree with you, but lately, I don't know. I mean, obviously, Bald John Green has the mustache going for him.
Oh, already looks so good in his suit.
Yeah. I mean,
he really does.
He does, yeah. I mean, the bald head plus the mustache, I mean, that is a difficult
I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge that Twitter has ruined your spoiler alert. You may as well just say whatever you want to say.
Oh, it was so great. The 2 players we both wanted to score.
You know, I have to say, like, I didn't want Wimbledon to, like, worst thing would be for one team to just look absolutely embarrassed, right? Like, that would be terrible. Right. So I want Liverpool to win, but I want it to be a match, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Well, game on.
And like I said, I didn't know that I wanted Liverpool to win until Steven Gerrard scored that beautiful goal, and then there it was. There was my answer.
Oh, hey, the official AFC Wimbly Wombly Twitter just followed me. Yay! I think they followed my old sports only account, but they haven't followed me when I consolidated. So they're following me now. Hooray! Um, hmm. I should note that in the 1988 Cup final, Liverpool also conceded a goal to Wimbledon off of a header from a set piece. So I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that it's a known quantity that we cannot defend a set piece. Come on now.
Right. Yeah, and the weird thing is, that sort of fragility on set pieces. This goes back decades.
Look at the crowd! Look at the crowd behind the goal. They're so excited.
I know.
Oh, look at all the happy little wombles.
I know. Oh.
But that was their plan.
Yeah.
Akinfenwa said as much in an interview as their plan is take advantage of the corners and the set pieces.
As Rosie just said, you can't stop the beast. You can only hope to contain him. Also, Men in Blazers has completely fallen in love with Adebayo Akinfenwa, and
frankly, I know they're obsessed, right?
With good reason.
Well, yeah, he's very much got a sort of social media brand, doesn't he? And that's going to certainly, he's a cool guy, and that's going to certainly appeal to another set of guys who are quite into social media.
Yeah, he has a whole clothing line too of bespoke merchandise. I can see him making decent sales as a result of the new. Skeptical. I should say that John tweeted, "Wimbledon scored. I kissed several strangers. 1-1. Best day of my life." That's a bold claim, considering his
He's married and has 2 children,
and has had 2 feature films made on his books, and at one point was on stage at Carnegie Hall with the Mountain Goats.
Yes.
So to say that this is the best day of his right, so to say that this is the best day of his life, that's a pretty bold claim. You have to say, I know, he's not as bad as some corners of Liverpool fandom say, but Sacco just never looks comfortable with the ball. I don't know what it is. But he reminds me of Bakary Samari, who, until recently, played for the Chicago Fire, and I think just signed with the Montreal Impact.
Can you think of a central defender we have who's better than him? Is the problem, right?
People will argue with me, but I think Skirtle is the best central defender we have, and it's not to say that that's just
the match. You think who is?
Skirtle.
Skirtle.
And I also think that Skirtle are just better. Is just better than a lot of people give him credit for. But obviously, there's a lot of confirmation bias sewn into there because I just really like him. Rosiana tweeted, AFC Wimbledon are fucking Gryffindors. Oh, wow. David at Chudley Cannon said he was at the Carnegie Hall show. But that we
yeah?
That is awesome. I am so jealous.
Yeah, I wasn't able to make it out for that. Basically, transportation issues, but.
And money, I'm sure.
I could have gotten there by megabus if I'd driven to Cleveland, but then once I got to Cleveland, where would I have left my car? And now, of course, I've got friends in Cleveland, but at the time I did not.
Right. I don't have friends in Cleveland, so you got you're further ahead of the curve than I am.
Oh my gosh, we're so far behind. He just now, Akinfenwa just now got carded, and that was ages ago on Twitter.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go to the Carnegie Hall show, but I did see them play here in Cincinnati not too many months after. I think it was maybe 6 months after or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great concert, but I couldn't get anybody to go with me. So, you know, when you go to a concert and it's this amazing concert and you've had this experience and, you know, the part of it is being able to share it with somebody and remember it afterwards and, you know, share the stories back and forth afterwards. And I don't have that for that concert. So I'm not going to say it's the best concert I was ever at.
I mean, I don't have that for
But
any
it was
concert.
it was an amazing concert. They give a really good show.
Yeah. I mean, no one wants to go to anything with me. I always have to go to stuff by myself. I ran into someone that I knew when I went to see Gogol Bordello a few years ago, but that's about it.
I did get John Darnielle to autograph the case of my Sunset Tree LP.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. We're buffering. Every time it buffers, I get further and further behind.
Right? Like, I'm already we're already in first half stoppage time on the TV.
Yeah, and I'm at 40 minutes, so I'm at least 5 minutes behind you now. That's all right. At halftime, it'll probably catch up a bit.
Hopefully,
Usually
yeah.
They'll start it over at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll get different commercials than you will anyway.
For sure. Well, the game is going to go to halftime for me before it goes to halftime for you. So if it's okay with you, once we hit halftime, I think I'm going to go to the washroom really quick. So
yeah,
if
sure.
you could take the driver's seat for
Sure can.
Cool. Just give it a couple seconds. Because it's still happening for you, so you can still give commentary.
This is true.
Oh, David just posted a couple YouTube links for the performance of this year from the Carnegie Hall thing with John. So
Yeah,
thank you.
I actually watched the live stream of the event for the Carnegie Hall concert. We had an Ohio Nerdfighter gathering down at the Cincinnati Public Library, and they had not announced that the Mountain Goats really were going to be a part of it at that point, at least online. So when John got like 1 or 2 lines into his introduction when he introduced them, and 2 or 3 of us guessed who it was, and we just started squealing, and you couldn't even hear the rest. We were so excited.
Right?
It was pretty awesome.
Oh my god. So Rosie just tweeted, hashtag things Mignolet couldn't save. Dumbledore.
Oh, that's harsh.
I know, right? Okay, so it's halftime for me. I am going to
Have fun.
relieve my...
I care not. Have fun. So I, just so everybody knows, I'm still at 42 minutes and change. And we've got some corner kicks here. Oh, no, it's a throw-in. I don't know who that is. It's not Coutinho. I know that much. They're giving us a replay here of Akinfenwa's goal. Holy cow, he just sort of tripped over the ball there. I mean, obviously it was intentional. He did put his foot out there, but he just kind of tapped it a little bit with his toe and then fell down. Oh, man. That's just... I don't know what happens to us during set pieces. We just fall apart. Tell you what, if this whole coaching thing doesn't work out for Brendan Rodgers, he can market. He can go to KitchenAid and market his remarkable design for a new design for a colander. Because we just let in goals like water. We are leaky. Frankham and Markovic on the ball there, and Frankham just won out. Whew, Rodgers isn't happy. Well, if you want, you can leave in the comments or you can tweet at us. If you've been to a live soccer match, what was the best match you've ever been to? And if you haven't, let us know what's near you. Do you have a professional team near you, whether it's little or whether it's an MLS team, or if you're in England or Germany? I'm assuming that you've got a good-sized club fairly near you. Let us know where you like to go to watch soccer. The best match I've been to was, well, it wasn't really a match, it was a friendly, but I got to, James was talking about it earlier, we got to go to the friendly they played in Chicago against Olympiacos, and that was amazing, and it really is. I don't fangirl much, but I sure did when they got off the coach, let me tell you. It was insane. It was just it was very surreal to see players that you've watched on TV right there in front of you. I almost couldn't enjoy it while it was happening because it didn't seem like it was real. But looking back on it and the pictures I was able to take and the souvenirs, it was an amazing experience. One I'm really glad that I got to have because, as it turns out, it was the first time I got to see Gerrard play in a Liverpool kit, and it will also likely be the last. So if he signs with MLS, hopefully I'll be able to get up to Columbus and see him play against the Crew whenever they're in town. But to see him in a Liverpool kit was very special, and I'm very happy that I was able to have that experience before he retired from the side.
Agreed, because I got to see that game too, and it was really great to see him in the Liverpool shirt at least once. At least once.
I am at 45 minutes and change, and it looks like 1 minute of stoppage time is all that they've given.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, Coutinho's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, that Gerrard goal was pretty great too. Apparently, Akinfenwa and AFC Wimbledon are both trending in the United States.
Say that again?
Both Akinfenwa and AFC Wimbledon are trending on Twitter in the United States.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
I like it. All right, we're at the half.
Well, so yeah, 1-1. If it stays this, if the scoreline stays as it is, we will be going to a replay at Anfield.
Yes, and that would be probably the ideal situation for Wimbledon. Would be if they were to draw this match, get to play another match at Anfield, and get ticket revenue from that, and all kinds of money from that, TV rights,
Yeah.
yada yada, and then if ideally for Wimbledon, win the next match. Liverpool probably just wants to win today, get it over with, not play another match, not have to put up with media speculation or just the sheer tiredness of playing another match. Get fitting another match into your schedule. They've got too many. I feel like they still have too many injured players to really want to make their healthy players play another 90 minutes if they don't have to.
Agreed. But again, for Wimbledon, it would be amazing because they would get a ton of money. As it is, they're getting a ton of money from today. I think they're making all told about £250,000 from today's game, which is I read somewhere is something like a fifth of their annual operating budget. So I mean, this is huge, and if they get to do this all again. I mean, yeah, because I think they get a share of the overall ticket revenue at Anfield, and Anfield seats like 45,000, and it's Anfield prices. So, yeah. Even if they only get 10% of that, it's still, oh boy.
Somebody who follows says Akinfenwa to Crew SC. That's the Columbus Crew.
No, absolutely not. I veto.
Gee, you'd have to either imagine people complexly or else make some difficult decisions, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't have to do either. I would just, I don't know what I would do per se, but nope. Just like if Gerard goes to LA Galaxy, I'm just going to pretend that he retired outright.
I'm not. I might even buy a jersey. Sorry.
Shameful.
I'm a fake soccer fan. I'm just a girl.
I know, right? Fake soccer fan, fake geek girl. It's terrible.
Terrible. Terrible. I'm such a faker.
Mm-hmm. Context is everything. Oh my god. Anyway, so it's halftime. This is the part, like, we're getting into that level of silliness that would normally only exist in the outtakes for the podcast, and even then only in small doses. You're getting the full fire hose right now, kids.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah. So, this is going pretty well. I am really glad I'm recording this. What's up?
All right, the second half of halftime, I'm supposedly supposed to keep my friend William updated in the second half because he has to go to class. But I don't know how well that's going to work out.
Yeah, I don't see how that does happen.
No,
I think he's just going to have to...
multitasking to that level is a little bit beyond me. Multitasking at all is difficult.
Yeah, he can watch the live stream later, or he can figure something out on his own. He's an adult. On
the other hand, if it was you I was keeping updated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's going to be on Twitter anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, incidentally, there's another game going on right now that no one is talking about, and that is Burnley versus Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes.
And
yes.
apparently, that is at 0-0.
Did you see Rosie?
Best contest is everything ever. Oh, that's nothing. You should hear some of the context is everything we have on the podcast that we don't include in the final product or in the outtakes.
Every once in a while, I just will stop in the middle of the podcast and say, "You're gonna have to edit this so hard."
Which is also a context is everything. Shit gets lewd is basically what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
You both do. But you're always like, get your mind out of the gutter. You are worse than me. You are worse than me.
No, I'm not. I go for the, Whatever. I went to nursing school, okay? We think poop is funny.
Poop is funny. What are you talking about? I mean, the P4A live stream this year devolved into, like, hours of fart jokes at one point. Because after all, we are all but farts. In the butt. Fartman.
It's true.
I have yet to wear a shirt as pants. But I probably will. Actually, I probably won't, because I think it still qualifies as pants, and, we all know my position on pants.
True.
Incidentally, you may be interested to hear that this March will mark 5 years without wearing pants.
Really?
Really, really.
That's quite a stretch. I don't think I could do that. I like blue jeans.
I stopped wearing pants in March 2010. And with one or two exceptions, I think one was a job interview and the other was I had to go do laundry, I have not worn pants in 5 years. So that's exciting.
Yep.
Do. I love how we're quieter during halftime than we were during the game. I blame you. And probably capitalism, because why not? Actually, no, I blame the patriarchy. What am I talking about?
I mean, I don't really know how to respond to that.
Yeah. I've seen it, but I don't know if you've seen it. But there was a new Wimbly Womblies episode today.
No, I did not see that. I was at work until, like, I got home around 1:30, 1:45.
All right.
1:30 was when I got home. And then I pretty much tried to get everything set up. Tweeted a couple times. Other than that, I did not do a whole lot.
To answer Rosie's
Work was
question,
a hot mess this morning.
aren't Mondays usually like a hot mess for you?
Well, it's just one of those, yeah, sort of.
Yeah. So Rosie asked me on Twitter, what do you wear? Shorts? I wear kilts. I wear modern kilts. Mel can attest to that fact.
Yeah, utility kilts.
Mm-hmm. I get my kilts. Well, I have one kilt that I wear around the house that was made for me by someone, and the other kilts I have were made by Alt Kilt. It's a very small company based out of Madison, Wisconsin, and they do really great custom work. So yeah. Oh, okay. So we've kicked off in the second half for me. We're probably a couple minutes behind for you.
Oh yeah, we haven't yet. No, we're just looking at We're seeing footage of Neil Ardley in the dressing room. Everybody's fully clothed, thank you. He's just giving a pep talk and, kind of giving them instructions for the second half. Gosh, he looks great in a suit.
He does. Really does. Maybe if you like closed the window and then reopened it, because it did buffer a few times. Maybe if you close it, you would catch up. Because you were
refreshing it.
Originally, you were only like a minute or so behind, and then it kind of drifted towards 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be at least a little behind, but...
Well, I'm reloading it. I'm refreshing the window, so we'll see. Come on. You could do it. I think I might have done better. I don't even know. It's nothing now. It's just loading, basically. It's thinking real hard.
But my Twitter friend Zach Goldman just tweeted, I love that AFC Wimbledon have marked the match balls in AFCW in Sharpie. Wouldn't want someone at the park to take it. # proper football.
Yeah.
That's how we roll here in the basement of the football league.
Yeah.
As Paul Carr from ESPN, Paul Carr blows your mind. I said Paul Carr blows your mind. 1 o'clock. Adebayo Confederate is officially listed at 5'11" and 189 pounds.
See, it chimed 3 times, and it's 4 o'clock.
Right? Shameful. I blame the patriarchy.
I've got one friend tweeting the Spurs.
Yeah, well.
He's a solid lily white.
Well, nobody's perfect.
No, he's a great guy. I like his wife a lot. She's awesome. There's when you go when you watch soccer, it's hard to find necessarily other women who watch soccer in the same city as you. So we all kind of know each other, and we're all kind of friends. Doesn't matter how much you do or don't have in common. Shortest line for the bathroom in the world is the ladies' room at a soccer bar. An American soccer bar. I don't know what they're like in England. Yeah, no, I've got nothing. Come on now, you can do it. We're gonna try to relaunch this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything to. I'm just messing with.
Yeah, don't close the live stream.
No, God, no. I'm just messing with.
It took us a while to get you in. We don't want to, I don't know how we're getting you putting you back in. Context is everything.
See, you never should have made me try to do this. It was playing. Hopefully, whenever I click in though, because it's following it like it should just click into wherever it is. It's not going to start me at the beginning of the half or anything.
So this is a spoiler, but at some point in the second half, and there are lines of this, and I'm retweeting. Akinfenwa did a Zidane turn.
Nice.
So, yeah.
See, at least when this kind of thing happens on the NBC Sports Player, you can tell it, oh no, I don't want to watch, I want to watch live. Get me back to live. But there doesn't seem to be a button for that on this player. All right, I'm at 49 minutes.
Okay. All right. So you're back to like a minute behind. That's man.
And now we're buffering, so.
Well, it's good.
There we go.
So the Wibbly Wobbly Twitter account just tweeted, "Isn't it weird when the commentators talk about Callum Kennedy but don't even mention his hair? That is weird, I mean, in real life, he has kind of nice hair and a beard. Does have scruff. Few things are finer in life than a footballer with scruff. I know you're reserving judgment.
My stomach is so upset right now, I don't think you understand.
Oh dear. Okay. Rosie just tweeted at assistant coach Meredith and said, "What's your opinion on in IRL Kennedy now that you've seen what he looks like?" I'm very interested to see where that conversation goes. Rosiana, has anyone seen my shit? I believe I've lost it.
Yeah. Apparently, in order to get in or out of her seat, she has to like slide under a weird bar, and this involves dropping everything.
Wait, what's up?
Was that?
Are you still having stream problems?
Yeah, 51 minutes.
Okay, but it's running now, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I misunderstood what you said a few seconds ago. I thought you were still having problems with the stream. Oh my.
No, I was saying she might literally have. I mean, I understood that she was using an expression, but literally she could have lost her things.
Right. Yes.
I was trying to be funny. It just wasn't very.
Failed.
This happens a lot.
Well, even Babe Ruth struck out. Most of the time.
Har har.
I'm just saying. That's a weird thing about baseball, right? Because the best hitters bat about 300, maybe 400. But that's weird, right? Like if you fail at something 7 times out of 10, and you're still considered one of the best in your field.
Ooh.
Like, that's just weird. That's a weird thing about baseball. I like it, but
Well, I think that's the weird thing about a lot of sports, because, like, soccer players, I mean, unless they're taking a penalty kick, you don't expect them to get it in nearly as often as they don't get it in, either because the keeper stops it, or either because the keeper stops it, or because it's off the woodwork, or because it's just completely off frame. You don't expect them to score a goal every single time they take a shot, right?
Yes.
It's really only keepers
and defenders
that we expect to have a perfect record.
And defenders too.
Yeah, but even then, defenders less so than keepers, I would say.
Yeah, I think the intensity of the heights of expectation diminish as as you go further up the pitch. Like goalkeepers have to be 100% all the time, and then defenders maybe about 80% of the time, and then midfielders about 50-50. Strikers can take 20 shots and miss 19, but as long as they get the one and it gets a goal, then they're touted as heroes. It's really weird. I mean, it's cool, but So many people are tweeting pictures of Hayden crowd surfing. Oh, there's Eric Samuelson.
I know, right?
So, yeah. Oh, it's so strange. Is Kenny Dalglish in the stands? This is so intense. It's like Wimbledon history and Liverpool history all converging.
I know. I just
in tiny Kingston on Thames.
I don't know what to do. I'm kind of hoping that I don't know. I don't know what I hope.
Oh.
I hope it's a draw. But then I'll have to.
They'll have to go back to
feel my stomach for a rematch.
Yeah. We may or may not do a live stream for the replay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing it for this one because it's just such a huge occasion, and and the fact that it's at Kings Meadow. Oh, Jordan Henderson. Twitter is really great today. I wish I could keep up a little better. You okay?
I really want Ricky Lambert to get a goal.
Me too. I mean, I still want Wimbledon to win, but I'd like Liverpool to get one more goal and for it to come from Ricky Lambert.
I love Lambert.
Since we can't get a goal from French.
Yes, that would have been ideal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd like to see a goal from Callum Kennedy. That would be perfect. Oh my God.
Cool.
Wimbledon Wobbly fandom would explode if Wimbledon got a game winner from Callum Kennedy. Oh my goodness.
Yes. It would be the end of all things.
It would. It really would. Oh my goodness. Mario Balotelli.
Somebody somewhere on Twitter would have to buy a new server.
I know. Oh. Okay. We're coming up on the hour mark. Things are going to get a little intense. Breathe in love. Breathe out peace. Breathe in love. Breathe out peace. Where is my mouse? Cursor. Lizard? Usually I stroke my beard when I'm feeling thoughtful. Now I'm doing it when I'm nervous.
Yeah, I think I'm okay on the beard stroking front. Not gonna need to do that.
That's because you don't have a beard, you fiend.
It's also because I puked twice before we even started the live cast, so I think that all of my nerves have been gotten rid of. They've been suitably dealt with.
Well, never say never, but... Oh, Coutinho. I always wonder, like, how much he is. I always wonder how much of the pitch after a game spit, you know? Oh, there's Dave Bassett. He was Wimbledon manager, like, back in the 80s. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was a documentary on BT Sport about the crazy game, the old Wimbledon teams from the 80s, the one that they won the FA Cup in '88.
There's from the clock.
Hi, clock.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's fine. It wasn't. You didn't interrupt me. The clock interrupted me. Unless you told the clock to do that.
Yes, I did. I've got a psychic link with the coffin clock because I'm a vampire and I live in it.
A vampire and a terrible person. Clearly. Clearly. So, yeah, so anyway, there are ways you can find it. I think it's on YouTube now, but there was an interesting documentary about the crazy game. Like, it is interesting. John Fashanu is kind of a jerk. Like, I had no idea.
I think Rosie might be trying to get Womblebutt trending because she keeps saying it.
And you know,
Womblebutt.
I for one am okay with that.
What is going on?
I don't even know. I'm scared. I'm confused and alone and afraid.
I'm going to have to go back and listen to WDON's commentary on this match. Actually, I probably won't because they don't mind letting their enthusiasm sway their commentary to the extent that their bias shows through a little bit.
Well, yes.
So it might be difficult to listen to.
I think on Don's Player they have extended video highlights of games, and the audio for those video packages is from the Radio WDON.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so they have one for what is it? They have that for the previous FA Cup tie against Wickham.
Right.
So it was like 6-7 minutes of extended highlights, and the audio was from Radio WDON.
Sure, it is beautiful. Oh, hello. Coutinho is a 16-year-old girl. You can't foul him.
Is Coutinho the golden child of
Yes.
Liverpool?
You know
He's
he is.
only 9
He's very
years old.
The golden child is very Coutinho-esque.
It's true. Well, then what does that make Raheem Sterling?
He's also. Now, I think the golden child is more Coutinho-esque than Sterling-esque. It's my feeling.
What minute are you at?
That way for some time.
Mm-hmm. Where are you at time-wise?
61 minutes.
Okay. Any second now.
Oh. That's so low.
And there it is. There it is. Steven Gerrard scored off of a free kick, and Liverpool are leading 2-1.
Yes! I love that man.
As Rosianna said, Wimbledon nearly equalized and then not, just like my love life. Girl, I know that feeling. So we are in the 64th minute, and Liverpool are up 2-1. Thanks to 2 goals from Steven Gerrard. But there's still a lot of football left to play. This feels so weird. It feels really weird kind of wanting Liverpool to not win. I don't want them to lose. I'm not cheering against them. I just... God, this feels a lot weirder than I thought it would, you know? You know? And it's when... Surprised you haven't started singing the Steve Gerrard song.
Well. Did you just see my Twitter?
I did.
Skirtle. Why is he down on the ground? Don't be down on the ground. You can't. Oh God, he hit that ball so hard, and like, no, it's his back. And see, the thing is, I'm worried about his, previous head injury. Like, legitimately concerned.
I think that's one thing we could both agree on for this game. No major injuries.
Oh my gosh.
For either team.
Oh my gosh. On either side, if somebody really got injured, I'd be so upset.
Mm-hmm.
Lambert trying to get away from Barrett. Runs into Kennedy, though. I just love hearing Ricky Lambert's name, or Steven Gerrard's name, and Callum Kennedy's name.
I know, all at once, all at the same time.
Broadcast. Like, it's just one of the coolest things that's ever happened, and I know, I'm hating every second of it, but I'm also loving every second of it.
I know, right? It's like a rich French stew of emotion. You know?
I don't think I've ever had a rich French stew.
Really? You never had like vichyssoise?
Nope.
You're missing out.
My mom makes really good beef stew in the winter.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
That's the only stew I've probably had.
I am a big fan of soup, like in pretty much any form.
Oh, me too.
I love pizza, don't get me wrong, but soup comes in a respectable second. You know?
Yeah, it's great, especially in winter, and we do a lot of homemade soups, squash soups and things like that.
Yeah.
We do a lot of those in winter. We do a lot of chili.
For those of us that live in the cold, white, godless north.
Yeah. So cold. We're supposed to get more snow again tomorrow, and all the trucks are out on the roads right now.
Us too, and our wind chills are like 10 below zero. Guess who's not leaving the house today?
Oh, come on.
Riggsy. Look at that beard. Look at that beard spurring him on.
I don't
Show
have
your
a
courage.
Beard. I just have a buffering symbol.
Oh. I hope someone's collating a list of quotes for this thing. One of the quotes that needs to happen is, I don't have a beard, I just have a buffering symbol. So, Jonathan Martin just tweeted, the commentators say Sacco, and all I can think is Dicko. Context is everything. Yep. Mm. The Wimbly Wombly's Twitter just sent out, the good news is that the clock is moving slower than the one in FIFA 14. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Have there been any substitutions so far?
I haven't seen any. Just people warming up.
No. Yeah. According to the BBC, there have been no substitutions. Liverpool has 70% of possession. About the same number of shots, 11 and 11. Wimbledon has had 3 shots on goal. Liverpool had 2. But those shots were goals.
Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Show me the game.
I know. John Martin just made the live feed.
Wait, he did what, huh?
Oh no, Jonathan Martin just tweeted because you mentioned about the bias on the radio WDON. They said it just balances out the obvious bias on the live stream.
Yeah.
Ahem.
Hey, what bias?
Mm.
You seem pretty unbiased.
Mm. One of the people I follow on Twitter just said, idea for Liverpool: keep Steven Gerrard, get rid of everyone else. I mean,
be a new transfer goal.
We all dream of a team of Steven Gerrards. A team. It doesn't work as character song-wise.
No, it doesn't. You really need a 3.
But I mean, the sentiment. Yeah, the sentiment remains though.
A team of Stevie G's, that would work.
Yeah, a team of Steven Gerrards. Steven Gerrard playing every position, even in goal. Oh, they're finally doing substitutions. It looks like Javier Manquillo is coming off for...
Wait, who's getting carded here?
Jake Goodman for Wimbledon. Jose Enrique is coming on to replace... Jose Enrique is coming on to replace Javier Manquillo.
Who's coming on?
Jose Enrique.
Oh, Jose Enrique.
Mm.
He's a cool guy. His Twitter feed's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 50% him saying cool things to his mates in Spanish, and the other 50% pictures of his girlfriend / fiance / whatever she is now.
So Jamie Carragher just tweeted, Liverpool struggled for goals this season, and their top scorer is going to MLS next season.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that a while ago. Right?
So, yeah.
So true.
Yeah, that's really weird that Gerrard is our top scorer so far.
Right.
I mean, Suarez is gone and Sturridge has been hurt since Spurs away.
Rosianna just tweeted, 20 minutes left. Can we bring in Harry, pal?
I think Wimbledon could benefit a lot from Hell's Pels. He just came back from loan. He was on loan at some non-league team. I forgot who. But the loan spell ended, and he's back, and he is working hard to nail down a spot in the first team. That's another thing I like about Neil Ardley is that he generally does give players a chance. Like if he doesn't pick you and you find yourself on the outs, you can fight your way back into the team. He does give everyone a chance. Some managers don't do that, right? Like Sam Allardyce, just if he decides he doesn't like you, you're not getting in the team. And with some people, Brendan Rodgers is kind of like that too. He does give some people a chance, but some people he just he's made up his mind about you, and you're not getting in the team, and that's that. Neil Ardley really does give people a chance. There was a time when Callum Kennedy was just on the outs and he wasn't going to get a game, but he worked hard in training, and now he's getting another look, and that's really cool. That's one of the reasons I really like Neil Ardley.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
a lot of people said like he's just not a good enough manager to get us to where we need to be, and I've always contended that he just didn't have the pieces in place to really put together a good run, and I feel like this season is proving me right on that account because we're having a really great season so far, and the reason we are is because we have better players than we've had in a long time. Last season our top scorer was Jack Midson, and he only got like 6 or 7 goals. Matt Tubbs has 14 goals so far, and it's only like Christmas. Well, New Year's.
Yeah.
So you just need the margins are so thin in League Two, and everyone is so packed together. You don't even need like huge leaps in quality. You just need like a little extra bit of quality, and you can do pretty well in League Two. And we are, and we're up to like 11th or 12th place. We're only 4 points out from the playoff spots, and now here we are in the third round of the FA Cup. You don't need a lot of quality, but you do need some. And we did get that little bit of extra quality over the summer, and people have mostly managed to stay healthy, and it shows. We're doing really well this season so far, and it's a playoff spot is not out of the question yet. So. How are you hanging in there?
I'm hanging in there. We're at 74 minutes. Players are starting to walk the pitch instead of run it or jog it.
Yeah. Liverpool knows how to do game management. Who knew?
Who knew?
For once, they're actually trying to close a game out.
Jose Enrique. There's a beard for you.
Yeah, he does have some good scruff.
He can shave and have scruff instantly, I think.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen a picture of the man fully clean shaven.
It's
he
just
has
kind
5 o'clock shadow. 5 minutes. It doesn't take until 5 o'clock. It's 5-minute shadow.
Exactly. Oh, I think Balotelli's coming on. He's getting briefed. He's moving in. I think we're about to see him. He hasn't scored in the league yet, but he has scored in
Who's
the
he coming on for? Lambert?
We won't know until the change happens.
His Rodgers switches have been really different this season.
Yeah. I mean, probably by necessity. Oh, I think Coutinho just picked up a yellow, or at least a warning. I think. Yep. Coutinho just got a yellow card for a challenge, and now Frankenbeard is about to take a long free kick. God, I love that beard. I love that beard so much. Oh.
Okay, I just saw the card now.
Yeah. Kind of a rough tackle, but
Kid's got a dirty face right now.
Does this is a pretty like it's not crazy gang level of physicality, but the people are getting knocked around a little bit.
That'll happen anytime you play a team that's 3-4 tiers below you.
I do like that Lucas tried to go all hard man on Akinfedwa and was just like plump.
Just bounced off him.
Right, yeah.
I think it was pretty brave of him. I mean, he was not intimidated by his size or girth at all. I hats off to him because I would have been.
Yeah, kid's got heart,
Oh my God! Look at Coutinho go. They've been saying he can't play more than 50 minutes, but it's 77, and he's hanging in there and looking tricky, fast and tricky. Oh, there's Lambert. No.
Like, so much good effort in this world came to nothing.
Hendo was looking like he was going to set up Lambert, but no.
Came to nothing. Oh, hey, Green's finally home from dental surgery. He's putting on the game. Oh, Ballow's coming on for, it looks like Henderson. No, Lambert. Sorry. Yep. One-to-one switch. Lambert off. Balotelli on. So, this will be interesting. There's a AFC Wimbledon banner in the stands. That's the crest. And text that reads, "We are the resurrection and we are the light." You know, if the scoreline stays this way, I will be happy with the loss because Wimbledon will have at least gone down swinging. You know, Liverpool will avoid embarrassment, and it'll still be a big day for all things involved.
Oh, somebody tweeted at me because I tweeted something with hashtag AFC Wimbledon versus Liverpool. Chudley Cannons tweeted me and said he read that as Sliverpool. Here's a question for you guys. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this for the Wimbledon players, or possibly the Wimbly Womblies. What house would you put Liverpool players in?
Well, Rosianna
we've got our fair share of Slytherins. I'm going to put Skirtle solidly in the Slytherin.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Sorry, I just got a really important work email. I got distracted.
No, you're
Sorry,
fine.
I'm back.
I would put Balotelli in the Slytherin house, except he's very impulsive, and I think Slytherins tend to be a little more scheming than that. They tend to have good reasons for everything they do.
I feel like the defining quality for Slytherins is ambition, and I don't feel like that necessarily describes Balotelli, because Balotelli sort of
ambition?
Yeah, I feel like if Balotelli,
I think it does.
Balotelli is sort of like, well, if I score, that's great. If not, I'm not that bothered, you know. I'm just happy to be here, and I want to go home to my 5 indoor swimming pools and my pit bulls and my gold-plated Xbox.
I think he definitely is ambitious to lead the life he leads.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know. Like one of the recurring.
Because by that standard, where would you put him? Hufflepuff? I mean, they're the ones that don't really have that personal ambition. They have ambition for the group.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably.
I'll tell you one thing. You think at Balotelli? I'll tell you, Steven Gerrard is solidly Gryffindor.
Yeah, actually. Especially early Gerrard, you know? Like late 90s, early 2000s. The one that won the Europa League. That Gerrard. I think even the one that the second phase of Gerrard, you know, the one that dragged Liverpool kicking and screaming to a Champions League win.
Yeah, definitely. 2005 Champions League final, Gerrard.
That was
classic Gryffindor.
Gryffindor the fuck. Yeah, that's basically what he did for Liverpool. He looked at all of them and said, "You all need to Gryffindor the fuck up."
Yes. Can that be a quote, please?
I can't take credit for that. Rosianna Rojas originated that, I think, or at least I took it from her. Gryffindor the fuck up.
I like it.
Yeah. Even and I'm not a Gryffindor.
Oh, did you? Oh my gosh, Coutinho.
I know. I'm
Trap
not
the
a
little
Gryffindor
back
fan
heel.
like that.
Gosh, I love that kid.
I know. I know. The referee is not happy. Which I just want, while we have a slight lull, while the referee is yelling at Jordan Henderson for being too handsome, I just want to take an opportunity.
What did Hendo do?
He was being too handsome. That's
Oh.
all. I just want to take a moment to get to.
Perfect. You must have cards.
I just want to take a moment again to thank everyone who's watching us on the live stream and hanging out with us for this game. This is really great hanging out with you guys and watching a game live, or at least on a slight delay. This is really great, and I really hope that you're having fun too, and that you're enjoying the game regardless of who you're rooting for. And yeah, so we're at about the 84th minute for me, probably about the 82nd or 83rd for Mel. And yeah, so I just wanted to thank you guys again for hanging out with us while we do this. We've got about another 10 minutes of game time left. So yeah. Oh my. Oh dear.
You gotta stop doing that.
I'm sorry. I've been pretty good, all things considered.
No, you haven't.
It could have been. It could have been a lot worse. All right. I'm just saying.
Come on, Coutinho.
The shot. You have to say that was a heroic effort from James Shea. Hell's Pels! Hell's Pels is on the pitch.
No, seriously?
Harry Pell just came on for Sammy Moore. Oh, he's a handsome guy too. I follow him on the Twitters. He had a kid not too long ago. He's adorable.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Colo Torre. Colo. Yeah. Oh, and we missed a couple other substitutions too. At some point, Adebayo Aziz came on for Sean Rigg. So that happened.
Oh.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Torres on for Markovic.
This beautiful, beautiful head of hair.
Frankie Sutherland. I do not know this young man.
He just came up from their academy. He's a hard-working young man. Okay, so Colo Torre came on for Lazar Markovic. So Liverpool's hair game just diminished significantly, and I think this could be the opening that Wimbledon had been waiting for.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a goatee, which Markovic did not, and by your own standards.
Well, I mean, this isn't a standardized thing, right? There isn't a clear hierarchy.
Make the rules.
Well, I don't either. I really wish I was there tonight. So yeah, so it looks like they're going to like 5 in the back now. Which, 1-goal lead with only a few minutes left. I can't blame them, even if it is against lower opposition.
Oh, come on! You're gonna buffer now?
That's cruel. Yeah, even this late in the game, Wimbledon is not rolling over. Like they are fighting to the end.
Yeah, both sides look like they could still have goals in them.
Yeah. And I hate engaging in that kind of cliche, but you have to think this is sort of a next goal wins kind of thing, you know. If Wimbledon win, like that probably is going to be the draw that forces a replay at Anfield, and if Liverpool scores, then that's probably it, you know. I mean, and not just because of the time remaining, but just because it's been so back and forth. Come on, guys. Oh, this feels so weird, kind of rooting against Liverpool, but I really, really hope Wimbledon pulls it out. Context is everything. Oh, that was scary. All right, Wimbledon looks like they're dipping a little bit. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. This back line doesn't need a whole lot of pressure to wilt. You could get this.
Yeah, this back line is a colander. I don't think you were back in time for that part of the halftime show, the Mel and Mel halftime show.
I'm gonna have to look back at the live stream after this is done to see what happened when I went to the bathroom.
I should have gotten people to say things in the comments making you think that I had done something terrible.
You mean like gone option 4 by yourself?
Yeah.
Where'd you go? I mean, I guess strictly speaking, you don't need me for option 4. You can just get your own boat and go off her.
Somebody. Oh!
We're in the stoppage time, and the crowd is on their feet.
89:40.
Okay, you're not that far behind, but everyone is on their feet now.
Did you see Gerrard set that up? Gerrard so badly wants Balotelli to do well.
I know.
He wants him to score. It wouldn't be a lead goal, but it would be a goal that wasn't a Champions League goal. And so he set him up there, and 3 whole minutes of stoppage.
Oh my goodness. This is bananas. It's banana pants.
All right, stop it. Did they score again?
No, they did not score.
Don't tell me. Do you see those light up hoardings? Those are pretty new, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they sell them just for the FA Cup game.
Are they going to take them out again after, or are they going to keep them?
Probably. They probably just did it for the FA Cup game. They might not even own it. Probably someone like the FA, like...
Oh, see, look at the cute little kids with their friendship. I don't understand what people's problem is with them. You know what I really think? I think that most people need to get over themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I really think about the world. Oh! Holy cat pants.
I know, right?
I don't even know what I just said. I couldn't think of anything to say.
I like cat pants. You know what this live stream needs, though? And maybe we could do that during post-game reaction. I think it needs some kitty time.
Some kitty time? My cat is hiding right now.
That's unfortunate.
Otherwise, I would definitely let you see my kitty.
Yeah.
What, that didn't get a context as everything?
No, it's too easy. Now that's context.
Yeah, she's hiding somewhere, probably asleep.
Now that you have it in my head, now I am thinking context. I'm thinking, oh, where are you at time-wise?
92:10.
All right.
Oh my gosh! Just keep possession. Oh. And we're buffering. I hate you, Internet. I hate you! Oh my god. I got nothing. I'm half tempted to switch over to Twitter. Oh, now they're back. But they came back in with the match already over, and Jared's taking off his shirt, trading shirts with people. So I didn't really even get to see the end of the match, and that is not the first time that has happened. Yeah. This is the problem, my friends, with not being able to afford premium cable.
Yeah, I mean, sexy shirtless Gerard is pretty great. Not gonna lie. Anyway, yeah. So we are at full time. The Dons gave Liverpool a spirited performance, took them all the way to the end, but ultimately 2 goals from Steven Gerrard were just a little too strong, and Liverpool win 2-1 to go on to the 4th round of the FA Cup. The AFC Wimbledon are out of the tournament, but after getting further than they have in their short 12-year history, 13-year history now. I forget it's 2015 now. This was a really incredible game. It was close, lots of end-to-end stuff, and both teams I think can feel good about the result. Liverpool are happy, I'm sure, to go through, and Wimbledon really, really took it to Liverpool. And it looks like it was an incredible game. Yeah. Wow. Thoughts?
I'm just so proud of everybody on both sides.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so it makes sense too that both Liverpool goals came from Gerrard and the one Wimbledon goal came from Lachlan Benoit. It was the narrative. It's just all over, Take the reins for a second. I need to tweet something.
Hey, doesn't Broadchurch start tonight? I don't know. I'm happy, but I'm not. I'm happy, but I'm sad. This is terrible. I can't even really be happy.
I know. This is a very, our emotions are very Tolkien-esque, Like there was this, from back in Lord of the Rings, there was this, everyone said that, even if the good guys won, even if the elves and men repelled Sauron and destroyed the ring, even if they won, it's still going to suck because it's the passing of an age. The elves are still going to have to sail west, and the world is just going to become a lot dimmer than it was, and so it's still going to be really sad. It's just, we really can't let Sauron get the ring. So, I don't know, that's how I feel. Like, even when you win, even in the win, it's still kind of, still hurts a little bit.
Steven Gerrard is saying very nice things about Wimbledon.
I'll have to find it later. What's he saying?
He's just saying that they should all be very proud of themselves, and they gave him such a great game, and everybody there had been wonderful. The supporters had been wonderful.
Yeah. It's worth noting that like there was with old Wimbledon FC, people dreaded going there. People dreaded having to go to Plough Lane because it was a crap stadium and whatever, and they didn't want to play against Wimbledon because they played a very physical style, and you mostly want to play at Wimbledon hoping not to get injured. Like you didn't even really care about the result. You just didn't want to get hurt because Vinnie Jones and Denny Wise and John Fashio are just going to beat the crap out of you. And so Wimbledon, old Wimbledon had a bit of a reputation for it, and I feel like that's one of the things that AFC Wimbledon kind of left behind. We don't have that same kind of. We're not despised in the same way that Wimbledon were. Part of that is because of sympathy, because of the move to Milton Keynes, and part of that I think is just because the club and the culture.
I have a present for you.
Kitty time!
Kitty time!
Tell us about your kitty.
So this is Reagan. She's almost 10 years old.
Oh.
My sister found her in the park when she was a tiny kitten, tiny, with two of her siblings, in a cardboard box that was quickly disintegrating because there had been a thunderstorm all night, and they found her like first thing in the morning. So she's still very, very scared of storms, and she's never gotten very big, and we think that's because she was taken away from her mother before she should have been, and then abandoned in a park during a thunderstorm by some evil person. But she's a sweet kitty. She's a very sweet kitty. She's a bit of a pest.
Well, I mean,
makes her opinion known.
It's true.
But she's my girl.
She's a very handsome kitty too.
Yeah, she's dainty. She's built on the small side. She's dainty and.
Yeah.
I
try not to comment on women's appearances, but if I may say so myself, she is a very handsome young lady.
Yes, he's a good kitty.
Oh,
baby. Are you? Look at her pretty green eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, her little white chin. She's the best cat. All right, up you go.
But yeah, just to finish up what I was saying earlier, like I think that some of it is sympathy that people because people feel sympathetic towards us because of what happened with Milton Keynes, but also I think just the character of the fan culture is just different.
Yeah.
I think that we're a lot less combative and a lot less aggressive. We don't do the Millwall thing of no one likes us, we don't care. And we're a much more progressive fan culture than I think Wimbledon was. Yeah. And I mean, and also I suspect that the team isn't nearly the same like kind of abusive environment that the locker room at Wimbledon FC was. So
yeah, there's some crazy stories.
Yeah. They talk about a lot in the documentary that was on BT Sport. Like it was just bad scene. Yeah.
So I don't want to say it's a good thing that what happened, but I do want to say that when given the opportunity to remake their team in a new image, I think that they really made a great path for themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
they could have done anything.
Yeah.
So full points to the team and the supporters and the management and owners and everything that they did to make the team what it is today.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I am really proud to be a fan of AFC Wimbledon, and I'm especially proud today after they're getting to the third round of the FA Cup and playing against one of the best teams in the world, and really taking it to them, and the fans look like they were in full voice, and it's just all the best parts of AFC Wimbledon were on display tonight, and they have been for the past couple days leading up to this game. And just, I am really proud to be a fan of this club, and I'm also proud to be part of the Wimbledon Wombly fandom. I'm really glad that, that I'm really grateful for John for making this video series, and I'm really grateful to be part of the fan community around the AFC Wimbledon Womblies, and you guys are great. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still coming down from football, so I'm a little rambly. I apologize. But yeah, do you guys have any questions you want us to answer before we wrap up? Hit us on Twitter or on the YouTube comments. We're going to be around for probably another couple of minutes before we sign off.
So I'm still the gears in my head are still turning on which Liverpool players would be in which house.
Well, let's talk about that.
I'm sorting players in my head.
I was following the game, so I wasn't able to fully participate in that conversation. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Wimbledon and Liverpool have a fair share of Gryffindors, and I think that's what made this tie so special. It was like intra-house, intra-house conflict. Well, not conflict, but competition.
Mm-hmm. I think Skirtle's Slytherin, though.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean... Oh, who was the chunky guy who was friends with Draco?
Robin Goyle?
Yeah. Yeah, Skirtle reminds me a lot of him.
Regan Barrett were second and third for man of the match for the BBC.
Who? Oh, Sean Regan, Adam Barrett.
Yeah, Gerard, of course, got it, but
obviously. Yeah, obviously. God. You have to say though, Akinfenwa was, and I say this ironically, was a beast during the game. Like he was running at defenders. He got that goal.
Yeah.
He has a much better ball control. Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, this was such a great game. I'm gonna watch it again later tonight.
Yeah.
When I'm not on, but this, I mean, it was intense. It was absolutely intense. But really proud of them. So Liverpool are through to the fourth round. That round of games starts on January 24th, and Liverpool will be at home to Bolton Wanderers. And you have to say, I can't imagine a universe in which Liverpool doesn't completely manhandle them. Although, you never know. They did struggle against League Two opposition today, so you ever want to take anything for granted?
No.
With Liverpool, especially this season. But now that Liverpool
season in particular.
Yeah, exactly. But now that Liverpool are through to the next round, I think that I really do want them to go all the way. Hi, Clock.
Hi, Clock.
So.
Yeah, I would love for them to go all the way. And if Wimbledon had won, I would have loved for them to go all the way. So, I mean, it's just. Yeah,
I mean, well, if Wimbledon did go through, I can't imagine them going all the way. Like, it happens in FIFA, but I really cannot imagine that happening in real life. The gap in quality, like they might have been okay in the fourth round. They might have even gotten past the fourth round, but then in the fifth round they would have gotten someone like Arsenal or Chelsea or City, and that would have been it, But Liverpool, I think, could win the cup.
Conceivably, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll at least guarantee them European football next season. Oh, God.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah. So.
Might be our only way this season. We will see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're in the Europa League right now, and one way they could be sure to get into the Champions League next season is to win the Europa League this season, because they changed the rules so that if you win the Europa League, you get a spot in the Champions League next season, and it's not dependent on whether, like, you're not stealing a spot from your country's FA, right? So, like, Spurs got screwed out of the Champions League spot a few years ago when Chelsea won it.
Right.
And they changed the rules after that, so that's not going to happen. So if Liverpool finish outside the top four, but they win the Champions League, that just means there will be 5 English teams. Yeah, exactly. Neil Atkinson from the Anfield Wrap just said John Gibbons is at Wimbledon, and he's going to do the match review for the Anfield Wrap.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm really looking forward to that. I tried to listen to the last Anfield Wrap episode last night before I went to sleep, but I fell asleep before they got to the part where they previewed the game today.
Oh, it was a good one.
David
didn't talk a whole lot about the games today. To be honest, though.
Yeah, no, because that episode was it was mostly Steven Gerrard, and then they also then they talked a lot about the draw at home to Leicester, and then my understanding is that they did a little bit of Wimbledon, but probably not a lot. So I never actually got to that point. I fell asleep in the middle of the Leicester segment, so I'll have to go back and listen. I was tired. David at Chudley Cannon said, I want Liverpool to win the cup now just so we can say we lost to the winners. That's another thing, too. Like, if Liverpool does win the cup, Wimbledon fans can say, well, at least we lost to the best. It was their year. They won the cup. Fair play. I like that. Thank you, David. That's a good way to look at it.
Definitely, yeah. So now we could all be on the same side.
Exactly, yeah. Push for Liverpool to win the cup. Although
Sub Brown just tweeted. He says, "Fantastic effort from everyone, from Eric all the way up to the golden goal sellers. Well done, all involved. We'll win it next year."
Yeah, I miss Seb Brown a lot.
Seb Brown.
I hope that I kind of hope he comes back one day.
Yeah.
Keepers tend to get better as they get older. So, but yeah. All right, I think we're running out of steam, so I think we're gonna draw this to a close. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching the stream as we watched AFC Wimbledon versus Liverpool in the FA Challenge Cup. Just to review, Liverpool won 2-1, and with goals from Steven Gerrard and Adebayo Akinfenwa. And thank you also for joining us for our first live edition of Unnecessary Tacklecast. We're sorry if this wasn't a little not so polished. So we've never done this before, either for Unnecessary Tacklecast or period. So this is kind of new territory for us. But definitely, if we ever do this again, we'll definitely have we'll have a lot to reflect on and learn from. In case we do this again. But we hope you guys enjoyed it, and we hope you guys had fun hanging out with us while we watched football. We had a lot of fun hanging out with you. And if you don't listen already, we'll put links for the podcast in the doobly-doo so you can listen to previous episodes. We have a new episode releasing tomorrow in which we reference the live stream that was going to happen in the future for past us, and then just happened now. So you could probably ignore a lot of that, but we're going to be talking about a couple of the previous Wimbly Wombly episodes, except for the one that happened today, and some more stuff. We talk about beards at some point, like you do. But yes, thank you guys for hanging out. I'm trying to wrap it up, and I'm kind of all over the place. Football does that to me. All right, so thank you guys again, Mel,
Thanks, guys.
Stroopwafel,
Come on, you nerds.
and we'll see you guys on the podcast. DFTBA, best wishes.
Bye.